I bought this crash damaged Bentley which turned out to have some suspicious engine problems.
However, it was the cheapest Continental GTC in the UK at just £9,800. But very quickly, we found out the truth about what really happened.
That is a hell of a lot of smoke coming out of the exhaust.
What initially looked like a simple bodywork repair turned out to be a catastrophic problem with this 6-litre W12 engine.
You see the screw?
Yeah, not looking good, is it?
But I may have found a cheap fix for this issue, maybe just in the short term as many of you have said. Although it's early days still, but this car hasn't been much luck since buying it.
However, today, that's all going to change. Oh my god.
That is because we are taking this crash damaged Bentley from this to this. Which means we're one step closer to starting an unforgettable summer road trip to Monaco. Exactly the kind of journey this Bentley was born for. So first things first, we need to drop off some parts to the body shop. I've got a bumper, grills and the front headlight. But now let's go find Iffy and find out the plan.
Iffy.
Hey.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, how are you?
All good? Yeah, good, thanks, man.
Busy, busy, busy.
It looks it.
No, this is actually a lot quieter because we've taken stuff out.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're having a bit of a revamp of the workshop.
Okay.
Trying to organise stuff and try to make things prettier again.
It's bank holiday, man. It's bank holiday.
Guys are all in. Guys are all in this weekend. Come and see this. We've managed to source the wing now.
Yep.
We've got that. When we strip it down today, we'll see if we need the support brackets and all that kind of stuff, whatever other gubbins behind it needs to be done.
Yep.
Looking at it, it's fairly superficial, so we should be okay. We should be. Did you make a decision on that?
I'm still umming and ahhing,
Yep.
but I do think we'll match them to
Yep.
obviously the lower grills.
Yep.
I'm going to leave it with you. I'd like the black chrome.
Don't do that.
No. I like the black chrome, which is on the grills that I've got here.
Yeah.
However, the wheels are going to be...
Yes, it's going to be the chrome.
Chrome.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. If you're 100% on that, the powder chrome that you like so much,
Should we just do that?
Then keep the chrome.
Okay,
But we'll rejuvenate them and renovate them.
Okay.
Then on the quarter, Matt's having a look at this today.
Yeah.
We're going to start on that. We put the car on trickle charge because the batteries notoriously drain on these.
Yeah, very important.
So we've got that on trickle charge, and it hasn't come off trickle charge since it's been here, really.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want with this car, because when I bought it, I did have a few little issues with the battery. The roof actually wasn't working for that reason, but
The roof's
thankfully...
the least of your issues. The big issue is the rear handbrake.
Oh, really?
Because they're electrics. Once the battery goes, you can't get the handbrake off, and even when the battery charges again, it stays on.
Okay, so we'll keep that on.
So keep it on. We just don't want that headache. In fact, the handbrake is off.
Yeah.
But yeah, the quarter, Matt's going to strip this down today, and hopefully we're going to have a see what we can find behind there.
Yeah.
If there's any sort of horrible gremlins back there, we'll give you a shout and let you know. And then during the repair work as well, I'll be touching base with you to show you exactly what it is with you, because I know that you were kind of interested in that, weren't you? So we'll show you what we do, and we'll get rid of all this horrible damage and make this beautiful thing beautiful again.
What about the wheels? When are we going to start? Because that's something I do want to see as well.
The thing is, the wheels, my plan was to do bodywork comprehensively first. Let's get the bodywork out of the way, because that's the dusty, horrible, dirty part.
Yeah.
As you can see, even in here now, even though we bag stuff up, we've still got dust on the car. We try to keep windows closed and stuff so dust doesn't go inside.
Yeah.
So what I was going to do was do the bodywork first, get my boys 100% on that, make sure it's all flat and polished, because that can get quite messy as well.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do its comprehensive clean, which is the underbody, the wheel arches, the engine bay, boot shops.
Underbody as well?
All of that's all going to be done, yeah.
All right.
Told you I'm going to take care of it.
It's a proper job on this one, yeah. I appreciate that.
Once that's all done, after the flat and polish and the exterior is sorted, at that point, then I'm going to go and start on the interior, which I've made a decision on now. I'm going to do a full strip down, so it's going to be seats out, everything.
Seats out?
Yeah, because the carpet's a light colour as well, so I want to make sure that it comes out really, really nice.
Yeah. I've got, this is a bumper obviously I bought, I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I've had a look at it.
Yeah, it is off a crash damaged car, funny enough.
It looks okay, it looks fine. I've had a look at the inside of it, we put it on the rack.
Yeah.
There's no major cracks or anything like that. There has been one repair on it done before.
Yes,
but other than that, it looks okay.
Okay, yeah.
But the repair looks to be done quite well.
Good.
And if there are any issues with it, we plastic mould here as well, so we'll sort
Because they're very hard to get hold of, these bumpers. I had to go all the way to Liverpool to actually pick this one
You're
up.
lucky to get this one.
Yeah.
Especially the speed bumper. They're a nice bumper.
Yeah.
It's really going to sort of freshen this up. But yeah, this is its home now for the next few weeks.
Yep.
Just leave it with us, and hopefully we should have this looking gorgeous again very, very soon.
Thanks, man. Take care. See you later.
Now Matt is going to strip down this Bentley, starting with the rear end. We need to remove the rear bumper and both rear lamps from the car so we can start repairing that rear quarter and the bumper. So lots of screws to loosen and plenty of electrical connections to disconnect to get these removed off the car safely. Now moving on to the front. The car gets jacked up as this will allow us more room to work with, especially when removing that front wing. To start with, Matt is going to remove the bolts and screws holding the bumper on. Now he can move on to the wheel arch liner, which needs to be removed as this will allow us access to the last few bolts holding the wing in place. The bonnet, that does have a mind of its own, so I may need to address those gas struts at some point too. And that's the car stripped, ready to start with the repairs and get on with the prep. Cheers, Matt. The lads have been making good progress with the rear bumper already being repaired and getting prepped up. It wasn't easy as there were some patchy repairs from before, but now it's been done proper. Now moving on to the front, starting with masking off parts for protection and sanding down the panels which are to be painted, the grille surround, bonnet and wings to begin with. The rear quarter is now being repaired and already looking much better. The headlight hasn't been removed just yet, and you'll find out later why that is, because it was a little bit of a shock. But overall, prepping is going well, repairs are being carried out, and a few more scuffs have been noted, which has given us a bit of a problem. Or maybe a blessing in disguise. Now it's time to get the car in the paint booth and start masking off the car ready for paint. Everything has to be done to perfection to give us the best possible result. And speaking of best results, you can now see this has turned out to be a little bit more than just a few panels. And near enough full-on respray is happening. But it deserves it. It's got to be done right.
Alright, let's go find my man Iffy.
Hey.
Iffy, is this safe to come in?
It's safe to come in. Come in. How you doing, bro?
Oh my god, how you doing?
I'm good.
Oh my god, man.
That wasn't what you were expecting, was it?
The whole car? I thought we were just painting a few panels, Iffy.
It kind of grew, as it always does on a resto project. You know what that's like.
Yeah.
The thing is, we left out certain bits of it that kind of needed to be done. Like, for instance, we saw a little scuff over here on this side as well, so we thought, well, let's just do the quarter, do it right, because the rest of the car's going to look so fresh.
Oh, okay.
So we've repaired that as well.
That wasn't something before,
No,
was
that
it?
wasn't something we discussed, but it was quite pronounced, so we didn't want to leave that.
Yeah.
Which meant that we had to go into the passenger door as well.
Literally, the whole car's been painted.
Yes.
Near enough.
Bar a couple of bits.
Yeah.
First of all, we didn't do the A-pillars.
Okay.
Because, one, they're absolutely spot on, they're perfect.
Yeah.
The other thing is taking windscreens out on this is a notoriously difficult job.
Yeah.
So we just thought we'll avoid that.
If there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And also, we didn't do the boot lid as well.
Okay.
Again, because it's unmarked, it would have been just a lot of work for not a massive amount of benefit.
No, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
That's it. Everything else needs fixing.
You didn't even know, you didn't even point that out. But there you go. That's the repair done.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's all nice and straight and true now.
I missed it. I was in Paris, broken down in my Range Rover. Otherwise, I would have been able to. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have loved to have seen this, but
never mind. On the next one, you'll see.
on the next one.
But everything's prepped. I'm just having a quick look, making sure everything's cool before it goes to colour today.
Yeah.
Which, if you want to stick around, you can watch. You can watch Andy do that.
Yeah. No, I'd love to. This is a big job, isn't it? This is a big job.
For us, it's quite normal for us.
Yeah.
The good thing about this kind of car, there's not huge amounts of accident damage, which is what we get on a regular basis anyway.
Yeah.
And accident damage, even if it's minor, is a lot of work involved. Like, that repair probably took as long as preparing the rest of the car,
Yeah.
you know?
So am I right in saying wherever there's primer, there's been some sort of repair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a better way of doing it.
It's slightly, nerve-wracking seeing.
Yeah. When you pick it up, God willing, it's going to blow your mind how nice it's going to look.
But this is the most scary form, seeing your Bentley in this sort of state at the moment. But like I say, I know it's in right hands, so it calms me down.
It's in right hands. It's in right hands. But even professionals have difficulties.
Yeah.
Like your headlight, for instance.
Yeah, the lads were telling me about this.
Yeah, it's. I always knew they were tricky, but we haven't been in a position before on a Conti to have to take the headlight out.
Yeah.
We've worked around it before, like case in point. But this one being broken, we have to replace it. It's a nightmare because these are so compact.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why they're so expensive to work on.
What about the wing and the bumper? Obviously, are they going to be?
They're going to get painted separately. We don't need to do blends because we're now painting the whole bonnet, the whole side, makes no difference anymore. So we can paint them at the same time, but just in a different location. Oh. So the wing and the bumpers will come in on trestles, like your fuel caps on the rear boot. I don't know
I saw that. Yeah, I just noticed that. I thought it was a little spoiler.
It's a new design. Yeah. It's a 360 special spoiler.
Looks really good. I think next thing is to we'll go inside and get some paint mixed up.
Let's go do it.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. You can go out this way.
Now the guys are showing me my paint code on a virtual sample. The cool thing is you can view it in different light settings to make sure the match is as close as possible before you get mixing with the paints. Then we need to line up all the required paints in a particular order to the moonwalk, and Andy will explain later how this all works. But you can see on the screen exactly what goes into making this specific colour for the Bentley.
It'll scan all the colours, make sure they're all in place.
Right.
It'll go green on there if it's all there.
So are these all the colours? Oh, okay.
To make the colour for the product, yeah. So it'll scan them first and tell me they're all in the right order.
Okay.
Which is this part, scanning all the paint and literally moonwalking across, making sure the correct ingredients are in place. No human errors over here.
It'll follow that's all the ingredients. It'll follow it now and make it as it goes along. Yeah, that's it now. Don't touch it at all unless it comes up with an issue. So it should make it.
Now we can just sit back and relax and let technology take over for this part. I mean, come on, this is pretty cool. With the moonwalk finishing, we got the auto dispense complete, which means we are done mixing. And these figures here give us a clear readout for total grams of paint added, as well as giving us a green OK for accuracy, meaning that we will have the best possible colour match to any existing panels. And with that in mind, it's time to get painting. But just before we start spraying, Andy has a final few things to get done, starting with going around the car with this high pressure air line to help remove any bits of dust or unwanted goods sitting on the paintwork. Once that's done, we can apply some degreaser across the whole car using two cloths, one to wipe on and one to wipe off. This just helps remove any contaminants such as oil, silicone or even fingerprints that may be on the paintwork and could result in problems once paint is applied, so this is vital. Finally, Andy can go over the car with a tack cloth and again with the air gun. This is basically a sticky material which picks up microscopic dust, sanding residue or anything that is still sitting on the panels. Without doing this, we risk having imperfections in the paintwork which would ruin the piano finish that we are looking for. And as I've said many times, everything has to be done right.
Start spraying now, alright?
Oh, I'll leave you to it, man, yeah? See you. Alright, the boss said the paint is done and I can go inside and check it out, so you don't have to tell me twice. Oh my god. Wow, look at that.
You know the finish is exceptional when the painter is even sending the big boss these videos.
I mean, just in the space of a few hours, what an absolute epic change we've had to this car. I actually don't know what to say. Even this front end, I know we've got tape all over it, but that murdered out look actually looks pretty cool. And Andy, you have done a fantastic job. Look at that. There's so much gloss in that paint, and this is just straight off the gun. This hasn't even been polished, flattened, straight out the spray gun. Man, this is looking epic. I cannot believe we are so close to getting this car back on the road. Oh, honestly. And when I say that the paintwork on this car is looking fantastic, look at the reflection, straight out of the gun without even being polished. But a massive shout out to all the guys here at 360 Alloys in Reading who've worked on this car to bring it to where it is right now. Honestly, I'm so happy with this. Just look at that shine. Wow. It's really all coming together now. Honestly, I'm so impressed with the work and the amount of gloss that we are getting from the paintwork just straight out of the gun. It's a difficult thing to do right, a lot of skill, which takes time. And the guy who painted this car, Andy, I think he's been painting for 40 years or so. And it really shows with this car. I mean, just look at it. It looks absolutely fantastic. However, we've still got a few things we need to get done to this car. The wheels need to get done. Car's got to be fitted back together. Of course, the bumper and the wing need to get painted as well. Calipers are also going to get done. And how can I forget the major strip down we are doing to the interior on this Bentley. The once upon a time £150,000 car this once was. We're going to bring this back to showroom condition. And on that note, guys, I'm going to end this one here. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you want to see the rest of the series with this Bentley, because we are going to be taking it to Monaco once it's ready for the road. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Take care, guys.